Hello, and welcome back to the Daily English Podcast. My name is Sam, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Whether you're walking, relaxing at home, cooking, commuting, or just looking for a few minutes of English practice, this podcast is for you, the learner who wants to improve a little every single day. In this episode, we're going to do something both simple and powerful. We're going to talk about your day, your daily routine, the little things you do from morning to night.
Why?
Because talking about your own life is one of the best ways to practice English naturally. You already know your daily routine. So when you describe it in English, you don't just memorize random words. You make real connections. You speak from your experience. You learn how to use real, useful English in your everyday life. Brain what you'll learn in this episode. In today's episode, I'll guide you through useful English phrases to talk about your morning, afternoon, and evening. Common verbs and sentence structures related to daily habits. How to speak in the present and past tense about your routine. Listening practice and repetitions so you can improve your pronunciation. And finally, a speaking challenge at the end for you to try on your own. So, whether you're just starting to learn English or you already understand a lot, this episode will give you real, everyday English you can use immediately. And remember, this podcast is slow, clear, and easy to follow. I speak just like a friendly teacher would speak to a student. Speech balloon before we start. I want you to get comfortable.
Take a deep breath.
Relax your shoulders. Smile if you can, grinning face with smiling eyes. And most importantly, listen with focus. You don't need to understand every single word. Just follow along. I'll repeat important parts. I'll pause so you can repeat after me. And by the end, you'll feel more confident using English in your daily life. So, are you ready to begin? Let's talk about your day or in English. Morning routine. Learn English with your daily life. Let's begin with the morning. When you wake up, your day begins. And this is a perfect time to practice English because you do these actions every day. You know them well. So let's learn how to talk about them clearly and confidently in English. I'll start with a simple sentence. Then I'll explain the vocabulary. After that, you'll repeat the sentence out loud. Let's begin. 1. I wake up at 7 a.m. Repeat after me. I wake up at 7 a.m. This sentence uses the verb wake up. It means to stop sleeping. You can change the time to match your real routine. I wake up at 6 a.m. I wake up at 8:30 in the morning. Now, try it with your own time. Say, I wake up at, and finish the sentence. 2. I get out of bed. Let's say that slowly. I get out of bed. This is what you do after you wake up. First you open your eyes, then you sit up, then you stand. That's getting out of bed. You can also say, I sit up in bed. I stretch my body. I stand up and walk to the bathroom. Repeat again. I get out of bed. 3. I take a shower. Let's try this one. I take a shower every morning. If you don't shower in the morning, you can say, I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I get ready for the day. Try saying this sentence. In the morning, I brush my teeth and wash my face. 4. I make coffee or tea. After the bathroom, many people prepare a drink. Let's say this. I make coffee and eat breakfast. You can also say, I drink tea. I eat bread and eggs. I have a light breakfast. Let's repeat. I eat breakfast around 8 a.m. 5. I get dressed. Now it's time to put on clothes. I get dressed and prepare to go out. You can also say, I choose what to wear. I wear jeans and a t-shirt. I get ready for school or work. Try this full sentence. After breakfast, I get dressed and leave the house. Now, let's put it all together. Here's a full example of a morning routine. Listen first. I wake up at 7 a.m. I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I make coffee and eat breakfast. After that, I get dressed and leave the house at 8 o'clock. Now repeat after me, one sentence at a time. I wake up at 7 a.m. I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I make coffee and eat breakfast. After that, I get dressed and leave the house at 8 o'clock. Excellent. You've just learned how to talk about your morning in English. Mini speaking challenge. Now it's your turn. Pause the podcast and try to describe your own morning routine out loud. Use the phrases we practiced. For example, I wake up at 6. I make tea. I go to work at 8. Practice this every day, and soon you'll speak naturally and confidently, without needing to think about every word. Would you like me to now prepare part 2? Afternoon routine? Afternoon routine. Learn English with your daily life. Welcome back. In part 2 of this podcast, we're going to explore your afternoon routine and learn how to talk about it in clear, natural English. The afternoon is usually the middle of your day. You might be working, studying, eating lunch, or even taking a short break. Let's go step by step, learning common actions and how to speak about them in simple, useful sentences. 1. I have lunch at 1 p.m. Let's begin with food. Most people eat lunch in the early afternoon. Let's try this. I have lunch at 1 p.m. Repeat. I have lunch at 1 p.m. Other ways to say it. I eat lunch at noon. I usually have rice and vegetables. I sometimes eat with my coworkers or classmates. You can also say, I go out for lunch. I bring lunch from home. Now try your own version. I have lunch at, and finish the sentence. 2. I go back to work. After lunch, the day continues. If you work or study in the afternoon, say, I go back to work after lunch. Repeat that with me. You can also say, I return to the office. I have class from 2 to 4. I study English in the afternoon. Let's try a full sentence. After lunch, I return to work and finish some tasks. 3. I take a short break. It's common to take a break in the afternoon, especially after a few hours of work or study. Try this sentence. I take a short break around 3 o'clock.
Or,
I relax and have some tea. I check my phone or listen to music. I go for a short walk. Now repeat. I take a short break to rest my mind. 4. I have meetings or finish my homework. Depending on your day, you might be working with others or finishing some tasks. Try this. I have a meeting with my team at 4 p.m.
Or,
I check emails and respond to messages. I study English online. I do my homework in the afternoon. Repeat. I usually work on small tasks in the late afternoon. 5. I finish work at 5 p.m. Let's close this part of the day. I finish work at 5 p.m. Repeat after me. I finish work at 5 p.m. Other ways to say this. I leave school at 4:30. I'm done with my day around 6. I head home in the evening. Now try this full sentence. I finish work at 5 and I go home to relax. Putting it all together. Let's combine all those sentences into one short story. I have lunch at 1 p.m. I go back to work at 2 and focus on my tasks. Around 3, I take a short break and drink some tea. I have one more meeting at 4 and I finish work at 5. Then I go home and rest. Now you try. Pause this podcast and speak about your own afternoon. You can use the same phrases. If you're not sure what to say, go back and repeat the examples. Speaking out loud every day helps you build fluency, confidence, and clear pronunciation. Evening and night routine. Speak English naturally. Welcome to part 3. In this part of the podcast, we'll talk about your evening and night routine, what you do after work, how you relax, how you prepare for bed, and how to say it all in clear, simple English. Evening is the time to slow down, reflect, and prepare for tomorrow. So, let's learn the most common phrases used during this time of day. 1. I come home and rest. After work or school, most people go home. Let's say, I come home at 6 p.m. and rest. Repeat that. I come home at 6 p.m. and rest. Other ways to say it. I relax after a long day. I sit on the sofa and take a deep breath. I take off my shoes and get comfortable. You can also say, I check my messages. I drink some water or tea. Now try this full sentence. I come home, change my clothes, and relax for a while. 2. I eat dinner with my family. Evening is often time to share a meal with family or friends. Let's try this. I eat dinner with my family around 7 o'clock. More ways to say it. We usually eat rice and meat. I sometimes cook at home. I order food when I'm tired. Repeat. In the evening, I enjoy dinner and talk with my family. 3. I watch TV or use my phone. This is a common time to relax. Try. After dinner, I watch TV or scroll on my phone.
Or.
I watch a movie or a series. I listen to music or watch YouTube videos. I check social media. Repeat this. I spend some time on my phone, then I relax. 4. I study or read a book. Some people like to use the evening for learning. Say this. In the evening, I study English for 30 minutes.
Or.
I read a book in bed. I practice vocabulary and listen to podcasts. I write in my notebook. Repeat after me. I study English every night to improve my skills. 5. I take a shower and get ready for bed. Before bed, many people freshen up. Try this. I take a shower at 9 p.m. and then I brush my teeth. I change into my pajamas. I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. Repeat. I get ready for bed around 10. 6. I go to bed and sleep. The final part of your day.
Try.
I go to bed at 10:30. Repeat that with me. I go to bed at 10:30.
Or.
I set my alarm for the next day. I try to sleep early. I turn off the lights and rest. Here's a full sentence. I go to bed at 10:30 and try to sleep by 11. Let's review. A full evening story. Here's how we can talk about the full evening in English. I come home around 6 and relax. At 7, I eat dinner with my family. After dinner, I watch a little TV and check my phone. Around 8:30, I study English or read a book. I take a shower at 9 and get ready for bed. I go to sleep by 10:30, so I feel fresh the next day. Try speaking your own version now.
Tell me.
What time do you eat dinner? What do you do at night? When do you go to sleep? Speaking these answers out loud will help you build fluency and sound natural in daily conversations.